Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we wanted to talk about the reasons why we're going to Philippines. So Hobart, can you help us in telling us a couple things, the reasons why?
Well, because my wife is always right.
About... Let's start
Going
over.
to Philippines.
Start over.
What? Why? That's good.
No,
what do you
it's
mean? My wife wants to travel the world, and she said Mexico or Philippines, and I said, when? For a weekend? And she said, I want to raise the kids in a different country because I value other people's culture. She values her culture, my culture, meaning in a culture there's language, there is the difference in upbringing. And so I agreed with her and I said, you know what, we can go to Philippines as long as we're no longer in the service. So
Yeah.
Someone just retired this year.
And you will retire in next year.
I'll retire, and then as soon as maybe I retire, then we'll travel the world. But we will move our family to Philippines. And so who doesn't want to go to Philippines? Right now I think the currency exchange is for $1 is 57 pesos due to inflation. And then with 57 pesos in Philippines, what can you do? I'm interested. So if you are from Philippines and currently living there right now, tell me what can I do with 57 pesos? Or am I saying it right? Peso? It's peso. I think it's peso. Peso is from Mexico. And then, I can't really answer this question without having to go through my day. Right, so let me just go through the process of our day so far today. Woke up in the morning at 5 o'clock, and then
We went to the gym.
went to the gym for about an hour. Got back to the house 6:45, and then started getting the kids ready. Spent at home for about 45 minutes. Left the house, dropped off the kids to school. Had to deal with traffic. In dealing with traffic, we had to be at work at 8 o'clock. Got to work, and then we had an hour lunch. And then after that hour lunch, we dropped off our vehicles to the shop, took the car to the shop, and then after taking the car to the shop, we had to go back to work. Right after work, pick up the kids. After the kids are picked up, gotta take them to jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and then after that it's home. Then we have to do showers.
Okay, so how does
Dinner.
that all apply to what we're talking about when it comes to moving to the Philippines?
I guess what I'm trying to say is that here in the United States, it's always moving. There's always a hustle. There's always a spot. There's always a goal. You don't just start your day and walk down the road and see where you find yourself. You can't really take your time dropping your kids off at school and just hanging around by the gate, or just watching them by the window and seeing how they interact with the other students, because you can't do that, not here in the United States. I appreciate that in the Philippines. Anyone can go and kind of visit the area and see how their kind of kids interact without having to coordinate that ahead of time. So I think that Philippines is going to be awesome. They get to learn a different language. I like the discipline that they have there. Here, there's no discipline in kids at school. There, I remember going to school, and if I got in trouble, my teacher would
Call your mom. Your mom would know.
Yeah, everyone would, and everyone
Yeah.
in the whole town would know. I have
There's no getting suspended from school.
right.
Like what
exactly.
happens to kids in Philippines? I
Oh,
mean, this
no.
is like when
get
you
in
were.
trouble. You get in trouble. I mean, you get in trouble. This was back in the days, back in the 90s.
So who knows what it's like now?
Right, but at the same time, it's still there, right? Where the kids are interacting, they get to go home at lunchtime. Not like get picked up. I mean, like walk home for lunch. The teachers are more interactive. You get to see them on a daily basis instead of you drop off your kids in the morning. You don't see the teacher. You pick up your kids in an afternoon. You don't see the teacher. In Philippines, you're like, you want to go over there and talk to the teacher and be like, yo, what's up? You know, you might actually even see the teacher at the store. And that's another beautiful thing that I thought growing up, was that whenever you went somewhere, you were interacting with someone's family member.
So you're saying like community is really important, and in Philippines you really get that community feel.
Right, exactly. And when you went to the store, you did something that's inappropriate, your family's gonna know. Not just your family, but by the time you get home, your mom already knows what happened, you know, and who dealt with who and whose fault it was. There's like nothing, no getting away from it. Here in the US, you know, you might see someone at the store and you might not see that guy ever again for the rest of your life.
That's true. It's such a big
it's such a
big world.
big world, big place.
Yeah.
You know, there it's like
all these little islands, little communities.
right. And I think that I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing that they don't have here at school, my kids' school, is trees. I mean, like, they have the random trees for aesthetics. I mean, my school in Philippines growing up, right, had mango trees in the back. And for lunchtime or on our recess, what we did was we went to the back. And I don't know how we started I think I remember. How we started the game was basically we were just in the mango trees having fun. And usually whoever the farmer was would tie the cow at the bottom of the mango trees. And of course the cow would poop, right? There's cow poop or cow patties at the bottom of the tree. And somebody fell from the tree and landed on the cow poop. Well, everyone started laughing, right? You can just imagine. So guess what? This guy was like, really? You guys are laughing at me? He started chasing everyone up and down that tree. And it turned into a game. And we ended up playing tag. While you're climbing trees, which was fun.
So you're saying you want our kids to go and experience that kind of life, that kind of childhood where they're jumping and crawling in trees.
Yeah, well,
don't fall on the cow pie.
Right, not just that, but you know, my daughter did something the other day, and she saw a spider, and she's like, "Ah, a spider, Papa! There's a spider!" I'm like, whoa, hold on a second, girl. Do you even know what we do with spiders in Philippines? Okay, you gotta wake up early in the morning. You gotta go to the farm. Make sure that it is early enough that the spider is in the middle of the web. You catch it, and guess what? You take it to your friends, and you guys fight the spiders. No kids in Philippines is scared of spiders. You know what they do with them? They play with them, and that's something that I think that our kids are missing at this point. I don't know. What about you growing up? What was something that you valued that you don't see here in the United States?
I see things in the United States. I'm not going to say that I don't see those things in the US.
Wait, hold on. You see kids playing with spiders?
No, I don't see kids playing with spiders.
You see kids playing tag on trees, like on top?
Maybe. There's not that many trees.
Doesn't happen here.
But what I do value is language. And so I learned Spanish because I lived in Mexico, and he learned Ilocano Tagalog because he lives in the Philippines. So our children have learned Spanish here in America because of our diligence in making sure that they learn that language. But also, we want to make sure our kids learn Ilocano Tagalog. I think that the best way to learn something is to be fully immersed in the culture. And
That's
so
true.
I feel like language
correct.
is really important to me.
So other than language, is there anything else? I mean, I talked about culture, I talked about upbringing.
Well, I mean, if we don't have to work as long or hard hours, and in Philippines, I think you can live. I saw so many videos where people are living off like $900 US, which I don't know if that's really going to be the case when we get there, just because I know that we're starting out like from scratch. But I mean, I do anticipate being able to make $1 stretch.
Yeah, I mean, $900 is a lot of money, right? But that's how people are making it stretch for a whole month. Here in the US,
now you can spend $900 at Universal Studios.
I have a Tundra, and that's how much I spend on fuel on a monthly basis. Maybe less, sometimes more, with the, you know, the current gas prices being at
that's true.
$5. You know,
That's true.
it's so expensive. It's so expensive. It doesn't really, your money doesn't really go far. So what is the exchange? The exchange is spending a little bit of time with your family. And
I think the exchange is rolling blackouts, cold water, mosquitoes.
hey,
I mean, I know that there's
that's
not,
true.
it's not all pros. I know there's some cons to it.
I'll tell you what though, for my Filipino friends that are out there, and you grew up in Philippines and you dealt with blackouts, what did you do? You didn't stay inside the house where it was dark.
Nah, let's go to the beach.
And my
Let's go to the beach.
sister can tell you, we were both scared inside the house. So what do? We went outside where
But what do you do when it's raining? You can't go outside.
what I'm saying is that we played with other kids outside. Here in the United States, we don't even allow our kids once
To
it's
go.
dark outside.
Yeah.
In Philippines, I was playing outside at age 7. I didn't come home until 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. Now, granted, it's a totally different space,
Culture.
and totally different culture, and everyone knew each other because of that tribe mentality. I felt safe walking around. My mom felt safe. With me being out, and everyone in the town was my family. But I think that's what's missing here in the US, is that there is no community.
Well, there is community, but they're really small patches of community.
Right.
So.
Like right now, we have friends, and our friends, we have these friends, and some of them are because our kids are friends with their parents. Well, our kids have friends, and their friends' parents became our friends. And that's kind of the community we currently have right now. Not like, oh hey, I remember you, you know, you come here in the store every day. No, you go to Walmart here, you go to Vons, you go to any grocery store, and there's always a different clerk. You know, there's no relationship with people.
Well, I'm sure if you went to those same places, I'm sure we could create communities. It's just everybody's kind of like in their own like space, and they're doing their own thing, and so people aren't as nice or taking the time. But we do have some really good friends, and we do have some small communities.
And I think that's what I'm gonna miss, right? When we go to the Philippines and we're there, is that I'm gonna miss some of the people that we've kind of grown up here. But at the same time, you know, we don't necessarily spend every day with those friends.
Yeah, our best friends don't even live near us. We live like 4 or 5 hours away from our best friends, and we only meet like once every 3 to 4 months, and you know, and the time with them is so short.
Right.
So
our kids now are getting older, and I value my time with them more than anything else in this world. I mean, you can have all the money in the world, but I can never take this time with my kids ever again.
yeah, we can't ever have it back.
No, and
So.
I miss the time when they were changing diapers. You know, they were still in diapers. I miss that. I miss them crawling on the floor, and those first few words. I miss all of that, and I don't wanna continue living life and missing all these things. You know,
Like kind of slow down. We want to kind of
Right.
slow down.
We do, and I think that's would be great.
the core of it, right?
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, you know, we've been talking for about 14 minutes, so we just wanted to
Has
let
it
you
really
guys
been that
know,
long?
yeah, what we've been up to and why we're thinking the way we think. We hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Have a good one. Bye.